kids on the street.
To quote a great philosopher who was in RoboCop, what is this shit? This game is called Bionic Granny. It was released for the Commodore 64 in 1984, and you control that character at the bottom of the screen. It's home time and all the kids are coming out of school. She's got to walk up and down and hit them with her walking stick as they run past. There's no fire button, you just move left and right, and if you manage to walk into them, you'll hit them automatically. That character in white there is throwing lollipops at you. Who's a lollipop lady. I'm not quite sure who this game is actually aimed at. I assume it's for younger players. How many of them are going to want to play some horrible old woman who's beating up their little friends? Wouldn't it make more sense if you were a little kid or something? You had to run across the screen and avoid the old lady. I think this is what Grange Hill would have been like if it had been directed by Mr. Partridge from Heidi High. I'm sorry there's no sound. This is recorded on some online thing that I'm not quite used to. Actually, it's probably just as well there's no sound, because the music will just drive you nutty after a while. I mean, it starts alright, this little ditty, but then after a while it's kind of... Boys and girls come out to play. There's some nutty old woman in the way. Oh yeah, my agent will be in touch. And it is really difficult to avoid this lollipop sometimes. I think this is just about all there is to this game. I mean, it probably gets harder later on, but every level is identical. And there's no thought whatsoever gone into this background. Everything is viewed from above, whilst the characters are all viewed from the front. So it looks kind of like they're sliding about on their backs. Or maybe they're kind of rolling along on dollies or something. And it really is difficult to avoid the lollipop sometimes. My boy lollipop, you make my heart go giddy up. Something like that anyway. I mean, seriously, if this was going on outside a real school, wouldn't someone have called the police? Or more likely some kind of mental institution or something. And those trees look like they've been blown over. Mind you, it looks like someone's tried to replant them in cement or concrete or something, judging by the background, so it's not really surprising. And seriously, if I was a little kid, I'd be terrified of that lollipop lady. Look at her! Like something out of Hellraiser. Oh. I don't know quite what that is that keeps appearing every time you get hit by a lollipop. Some sort of demon or something. They're all running down the middle of the road. All asking for trouble, really, aren't they? No more sense if they were footpaths. Right, I'm sure maybe there are a few horrible old women who enjoy a game where they have to hit kids, but how many of them are going to be playing computer games? I don't know how much this cost when it was first released. I can't imagine it was that expensive, with it for full price. I mean, this is the sort of game you'd expect to have on one of those little... You know, you have a little handheld thing and it only plays one game, and that sort of thing. Honestly, don't think this is ever going to make one of the great computer games of our age. They'll just leave it at that.